Hi, it is iYikkam time again. So I receive tons of messages from our Wing Chun friends asking me why don't I do any English YouTube to share anymore, and I just release tons of Chinese YouTube on Wing Chun and on traditional Chinese martial arts. Why is it not sharing in English anymore? Uh, well, let me explain you what happened. So since April 27, 2017, uh, the, the defeat of the Tai Chi player by the Chinese MMA, traditional Chinese martial arts, especially the internal art, and of course it spread to Wing Chun, is in a critical situations. Traditional Chinese martial art is in a turning point. Whether it is going to renew itself or collapse entirely will be based on next a year or two, the directions, how how people take it. And it is this serious, and you can see that if you read in the website in China and Asia, Taiwan, you can see that people are questioning internal arts big time. Okay, they call it that it is a scam for hundreds of years, that it is just show business. Okay, and Wing Chun was challenged, as you all can see in my blog. And in one point, people say that you practice Wing Chun wooden dummy, you might as well just go beating up the CPR dolls or CPR dummy. That is how much it get, or how deep it get already. And of course, I make a Chinese video in how to properly practice Wing Chun wooden dummy in Chinese and release it to Asia. Well, because the issue right now on the wooden dummy is like people taking like Donnie Yen playing wooden dummy in Ip movie as real, and that get into problem. And now the Chinese MMA guy is saying, hey, if you want to play dummy that way, you might as well go beat up the CPR dummy, which is they call Annie. Okay, so I'm just a Wing Chuner, one of the 4 million like you too. But if whatever I can help, I want to help, because we just cannot let things collapse. Okay, and actually I have planned for this for years. People don't understand me, including those so-called ex-students of mine who only looking into iYikkam lineage, who is the most authentic, most oldest. They don't understand me. I look at the entire thing as a technology. Okay, so years ago, I released this picture. People think I'm crazy. Somebody is saying that I'm crazy. Somebody thinking I'm full of it, and so forth. Okay, so I was jokingly saying that Ip Man 4, the Ip Man 4 is the challenge from the West, when past means future. Okay, you can check this picture out. Okay, which I made up years ago. So now you guys see, what is the challenge from the West? MMA. Now it's happening in China, April 27, 2017. And you say that when the past means future, the MMA guy is saying that to the, say, the Tai Chi player who challenge him and so forth, say, hey, you guys are bastard. You guys never using Tai Chi to really fight. You guys using Sanda. You don't use Tai Chi. Okay? And same with the Wing Chun. People will say that. Okay, if you use Sanda to fight them, they'll say that, well, where's your Wing Chun? Is your Wing Chun just show business? So there's a reason when I say when the past means future, you need to set up your root up. That's why I'm going through all this sticking body, short strike, and past 2 years, you see all the sticking body, short strike stuff. And even my friend, some close friend don't buy what I'm talking about and saying that, hey, you know, you are just copying this from somebody in China, blah, blah, blah. And I did. I show up the classical books. Okay. So I'm not interested in the in gossiping who do what, or you know, like people told me, hey, you're copying from this guy. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about, blah 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 blah. This is from. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in this. Because setting up sticking body short strike from General Chi Chi Guang to 1784 Shaolin short strike, the related, you know, like with the Mian Zhang Qian and so forth, and then the 1840 Yikkam Xiu Lim Tao Kit, and then to Grandmaster Yip Man, you see the line there? That makes us untouchable. Solid. At least in history, we are solid. We are not somebody create something out from blue. Right now, people questioning, okay, where does this thing come from? For us, we present you what it is. From General Chi Chi Guang, okay, at the Mianzhang Duan Da, the Mianzhang short strike, going down to the Shaolin time, and then it evolved to us, Wing Chun, with the Mei and the White Crane and so forth. So we know we are clean with our bloodline. Okay? That's what I'm doing. And then I sorted out all the 613.3. Why? As in this picture, if you see that. Because it got to be scientific. You cannot say qi, or I have this jing, I have this qi. Like the other day in China, somebody say, you know, the Wing Chun inch power is not inch power. The internal art inch power is a real inch power. Just a few days ago. And somebody sent it to me and I explained to them, you know what? Cut off this bullshit. It is just what? If you study momentum and then you study, of course you're going to study impulse in the topic of momentum in physics. The short strike, the highly penetrate short strike, it just means it is an impulse where the contact time is short. So impulse, as everybody knows, it is the product of the amplitude of the force and the time contact. When you can shorten the time, the force become very the amplitude of the force become very high. It's just like so. So for example, you sit in the car, there's an accident, you have a seat belt or an airbag, you slam to the seat belt or the airbag, you won't die, you won't get much problem or much injury. But you don't have the airbag, you don't have the seat belt, you're gonna slam right away to the dashboard, and with a short period of the impulse time is going to cause internal injury. That's the whole darn thing, the whole concept of why is this inch punch, why this penetrate. Don't give me all this bullshit on this chi and all this thing. I can program today. We can actually program a robot, artificial intelligent robots, sophisticated one, to carry out this with the program. Okay, so If we can do it with the artificial intelligent robots, where is the chi in the robot? It is law of physics. Is this all this about the Newton's law? Okay, so I tell them Wing Chun have this technology, this technology, this technology. So that's what I'm doing for past few weeks recently in Chinese, because we need to straighten this out. Okay, I don't know how long Asia will be able to sustain that with the way how they think on Wing Chun today, in the past. But in the West, for years already, if you go check in this YouTube, this educational YouTube, I prepare all this thing. I know it's going to go happen because we need to go technology. We cannot say, hey, iYikkam is the oldest Wing Chun. Okay? And like years ago, people said, Hendrik, you are not your last name is not Cho, so your teacher Cho Hong Chai didn't teach you the real iYikkam Wing Chun. No, cut away all this. This is technology. Either you got it, you know exactly what it is, you can repeat it, or you don't have anything. You also cannot say, hey, you know, Liang Zhan is the king of Kung Fu. Well, now the MMA is challenging, the MMA in China and Taiwan challenging people. Why don't you go to their tournament, their competition? In Taiwan, it is said that this is an open competitions. Any traditional Chinese martial art can join us. Prove to us. They are challenging the Chinese traditional Chinese martial art this way. And if you go step up down there, you use Sanda or other art instead of what you practice Wing Chun, you need to use Wing Chun. If you don't use that, people say, well, this is bastard art. Okay, so there are all kinds of stuff there which you cannot explain with saying that, hey, iYikkam is the oldest Wing Chun, or I know the oldest Chi Wing Chun. Wing Chun is from Taiji. Well, you want to be Wing Chun from Yang Taiji today? When look at what happened of Yang Taiji in China. Okay, when the whole entire thing get tear apart, and who stood up for Yang Taiji? So it is a different era. That's why I say that, people thinking, I say, Yip Man 4. They thought that, this is Yip Man 4 movie. No. At the time right now, it is a Yip Man 4 movie. Yip Man 4 movie is not coming out yet. And see what happened now. It's a domino effect already. Okay? By the time Yip Man 4 come out, Wing Chun better stand really solid. And in fact, Wing Chun is pretty solid in China. That's why even the MMA guy said Wing Chun can fight. Okay, but that's not enough, because in one way we can see that the challenge is in Taiwan also. After, so Wing Chun needs to be really solid, and that's why again I released the YouTube for free for everybody for years, is to prepare for this coming thing. People who don't believe me, that's fine. I keep the information here. And again, I released this two books, the 613-3 and then the short strike. I say that I'm going to use it for using for a university class, and then with all this this YouTube. The reason is that it's ready for this. And as you all know, or you all don't know, okay, I set it up this way. The two books is open source the YouTube is an open source. So the YouTube and the two books are open source. It's like what? It's like the computer software, which is open source. Anybody, any Wing Chuner can take it and use it. It is an open source, like the open source software, where people can take it free. Okay. Now, if people want to get more professional help and so forth, so like the computer software, you know, is open source. You want to use it, use it. You can figure it out. You figure it out. You use it. No, there's no charge. But if you need professional help, then you got to pay for that. Okay. So this is a very fair thing, very reasonable thing for today's, like the software, right? The computer software, the software language. You want to use it, you use it. But if you need help, then well, you need somebody's time to help you, then you need to pay for the compensation. Okay, and actually this also set up a big what do you call it, Wing Chun market. It's not just like making a, oh, this is my lineage, this is my authentic thing. No, it is not. It is just go spread around. This is an education. This is an open software. Open source software. Everybody can use it. If you are smart, you figure it out, you use it. But then if you need some professional help on that, then you pay for the compensation. You pay for your service. You pay for the informations. That's how the software industrial or our new high-tech industrial today works. Okay. And I never, that's why I never set this thing up like this is a iYikkam lineage. That's why I kick people out when they say, well, iYikkam lineage, or no, I get this iYikkam authentic and so forth. That's why I do not want to relate to any lineages, because I want to set it as an open source. Okay. So the bottom line is, for this past few years of the 613-3 exposed to the West, and the sticking body short strike exposed to the West, in the YouTube already have the information which is I present to the Asia lately. Okay. But before this crisis happened, this turning point happened, people don't take me seriously. They thought I'm like another guy who like to start a cult. I'm not starting a cult, as now you see. I clear out the history, the bloodline, the DNA. I set up the 613-3 so that it is realistically, scientifically, it support what the ancestor is teaching or what the Chinese is teaching. Not going to this woo-woo, mumbo-jumbo, legend, story and all this kind of stuff. So this is the reason why I get busy with the Chinese videos lately. Okay. Of course, you know, we are living in the civilized world today. Now, we don't want to see any art collapse, be it Tai Chi or Wing Chun, you know, all arts or MMA. We want to see everybody doing good. Okay. We want to help everybody doing good, add value to everybody doing good. And then all instructor, those who open the school, have high standard and can have get more business and compensations, because technology and economy, they go hand with hand, and the birds with two wings. Okay, so the notion for me, I set it up this far, is not that, hey, you know, my system is the oldest, the best, and take away everybody's business. No, I'm not. That's why I keep saying again and again, this is the education. Any lineage, anybody can use it. And you don't have to pay anything because this is open source. You pay only to anybody who know the technology when you need the technology or you need the service. Okay, so it's clean, clear like that. I set it up this way. And with this, the 613.3, and as I explained to the Asia, this is the background, the base of the Chinese martial art, traditional Chinese martial art, the base of it. Okay, disregard that you call yourself internal or external or whatever, that's the base of it, which is according to the Western science, scientific. If you want to evolve traditional Chinese martial art, you need that. And can you use 613.3 with MMA? Yes. There are people who study 613.3, who do MMA stuff, BJJ stuff, and benefit from it. Okay, so there's a platform there. So, as a conclusions, you know, I like to open everything up for everybody, so there's no hidden agenda. Okay, now you guys have a open source on 613.3 and the Sticking Body Short Strike via these two books, and then the YouTube here, this channel, and we actually have ready for this. Okay, and finally, I just hope that those who produce a Wing Chun movie in Hong Kong, smart that using realistic Wing Chun. Okay, don't like the Asia MMA guy laugh at the hell out of it. As the Asia MMA guy, when they challenge the Wing Chun in Taiwan, they say, you know, didn't your Ip Man movie say I want to fight 10 guys? So whose fault is that? The movie guy. Okay, you make the movie and now you put Wing Chun in the corner. Okay. So this is to share with you today. Okay, now you have the open source. You can figure out your stuff. Okay. It's enough YouTube here to show you what's going on. And of course, if I have any new thing, I'm going to share with you. Okay, I don't want to close this thing because, you know, I want to make thing open source education so Wing Chun can evolve. I'm not the guy who's gonna evolve. You guys, okay? Because everybody, it's a big job. Everybody have the job to do. So this is for you today.